The music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Good morning, Chris. How you doing,
Good morning,
buddy?
my friend. Oh man, I mean, I'm excited. We're kind of watching E3 unfold here, and we're talking about Loki. It's a good Sunday, man. How are you?
It's an interesting Sunday, right? I mean,
Yeah,
E3 is always exciting. I've always wanted to go to either TwitchCon or E3 and never gotten a chance to. And of course, this year is really interesting because the entire E3 convention is all digital. There's not actually like them at like a TCC area or something like that, right?
yeah.
It's like all these businesses have gotten together to stream and share their stuff digitally, which makes it awesome and free for everybody. So you don't have to wait for the YouTube videos a couple days later. You can all watch it like live, you know. So that's
That's such a good point too. Like honestly, because E3 traditionally has been in Vegas, and
mm-hmm.
it's an expensive thing, and I don't even think you can get ticket the public. It's so, and then, yeah, I don't know. It makes absolute sense that these companies would go ahead and stream them too, with such a streaming heavy, like reliance on what their product does too. I mean, it works great for us. I mean, we're streamers. We're talking about games and new shit, and it's
Yeah.
cool, man. Tell everybody what you're waiting for, Nate. Like, what are we waiting for on this? What are we
Oh,
hoping
it's just
for on
small
this
little.
E3 Sunday?
It's just like a small game, you know. It's nothing big. Halo!
Tiny little game, right? Independent studio, or maybe is it?
I was like on the edge of my seat here, like, tell me about a BR. Tell me about a BR. Please give Halo a BR. It'll take over streaming.
Yeah.
Give nothing. I get a multiplayer like reveal, and that's it. I get,
Yeah.
which was cool. Okay, great. I got it. You know, cool. Multiplayer. A lot of interesting things going on. I can't wait to watch it again. But give me my Halo. Give me my Halo.
And maybe it'll happen. Maybe they're gonna save that for the big reveal at the end. Who knows? I hope so. The gaming world would blow up with the Halo BR. That would be so fucking cool, man. That would be awesome.
People keep saying
You know?
that's not gonna come. It's not gonna happen and stuff like that too. But they haven't said no. You know, it could
Exactly.
happen. They haven't said no. It's not gonna be a thing. So maybe, the cool thing is, I mean, the two things that I'm really excited about are either Halo, for sure, but then also Among Us is going to be going over to Xbox.
That's right. Tell us. So you play Among Us too,
I
right?
have.
With,
I haven't played it in a while, but I really want to, and I really want to get a couple people to do it. I mean, it's fun, man. It's like playing. It's literally like playing. You go over to your friend's house, you bring Monopoly when you want to, you want to make your friends commit suicide. But like for like game nights and stuff like that. Like that's Among Us, man. It's fun. You get a bunch of people together and stuff.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, they're releasing Hit Fable. That's Fable right there. That's Fable. I just saw it.
Did you?
Yep. I saw a clip. I did see a clip. And here's Halo again. Ah! Hold on. 1 second. And of course, when I clip to it, it changes again.
Oh, that's great. Perfect Dark is coming. That's great. I like that. I loved Perfect Dark.
Yeah. Ah,
That's great.
this is crazy. All right, now we're going back to Forza. They really want to.
Yeah.
They really want to annoy the hell out of me today.
It does look beautiful though, right? Like, I mean,
It does.
granted, so
It does. But like
That's
in the background, you can just keep seeing like this Halo symbol and stuff like that too, right? And I'm like, okay, talk about it.
that's crazy.
But yeah, dude, it'll be fun. I can't wait. But I'm really excited for Halo. I'm really excited to get that out.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten the Battle Pass, but what Travis has been telling me, the Battle Pass is worth it, especially with all this new content coming out now too. So it's gonna be cool. We can't wait to do that
Well,
as well.
how does Battle Pass work? Like, cause I don't have an Xbox. I'm a PS guy. So what is the battle?
The
Hold
X-
on, Nate. Hold on.
Huh? What are they talking about? Are they talking about something?
Brand new original game from Bethesda. They said this is the before I go, one last thing.
Let me go back.
Open world immersive shooter.
I got it up.
Okay.
Xbox exclusive. Okay.
Let's see. Which makes me sad, but it's whatever.
Get you a PC, buddy. We won't have this problem.
I know. I know. Interesting. Open world shooter.
Bethesda Softworks. Softworks. Can't remember. It kind of reminds me a little bit of what Cyberpunk looked like when it first released.
Yeah. Or interesting. Looks great so far, but yeah. Huh. Man. So while we're watching Snake, how does the Battle Pass work?
So basically, it's like you pay like I don't know, it's like $6 a month, and you get access to all the Xbox games.
All of them, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep. What is this?
Open world too.
Yeah, I know. Is it like a BR where you fight against people, or is it like you're fighting against AIs?
I don't know. Maybe it's like how the Division was, where it's kind of PvPvE.
It kind of reminds me of Apex just a little bit.
I could see that, look-wise.
Okay, that guy's a vampire.
Vampires. Yeah. You're right. Interesting. Interesting.
I'm interested.
Yeah, for sure. Graphically, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's great, actually.
It's not bad.
Yeah. It might be some PvEVP.
That's what I'm
Which
thinking.
I
Like
don't
Destiny,
mind.
like Destiny or something like that, like mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Halo, obviously, Halo is born from the half of the same parents. I like Destiny a lot, and I wish we could have played Destiny, but that was before cross-platform.
Right.
Destiny was great.
I don't even know.
For the most part.
Did Destiny ever decide, like, to join the rest of the world and make it cross-platform?
No, they haven't. Because I would go back. I would literally start from scratch because I liked the story.
Oh, this is cool. It's like a vampire thing. Did you see that gun? It shot like a stake.
Yeah, the stake them. Yeah.
Okay, I need to know this game. This is what I love about E3, man. It's like the Tony Stark convention, right? It like brings out all this.
Right.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I was interrupting you. I just got excited.
No. You're right. It looks great. This looks fucking cool.
Okay, the sad thing though is, Chris, is they did preference this by saying it's an Xbox exclusive.
I know. It's all right. I figure I'm gonna get Back for Blood in October, which I'm excited about. That's 4-player co-op, zombies, ghosts, creepers. So I'm excited about that. So I know. I'm only watching this for you, my friend.
We can be excited together. We'll get you a PC soon.
That's true. Yeah. And like I said, that might be the way to go.
This definitely looks intriguing. I'm like, it's not. It hasn't lost my focus.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the name of this game? Give me the name.
Right. I mean, we're gonna get maybe fourth quarter 2021, maybe.
Oh, that was a cool thing. In the very beginning of the trailer was not the past. It's not the past, but the future. Did you catch that? Did you catch that?
Yeah. They said how we got there. They said how this happened, and then it rolled back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was listening.
No, it's all good.
I don't think I heard the first part of it.
Yeah.
Do you want things to go back to normal? Not if I have to pay my student loan. This is crazy cool looking. Redfall.
Summer 2022.
I have to wait a year.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's a year for you to get your PC, bud.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's true. It's crazy though. I love how excited you get for these things, and it's like, oh damn, I have to wait for a year. So, but yeah, that's cool, man. Day one, Game Pass. Game Pass is a smart idea. I like that a lot. That works out well. The Outer Worlds. This is very Last of Us looking.
I know, right?
Oh, I see. They're running all this stuff on the bottom. Back for Blood. Yeah, Back for Blood will be there too. There's your Halo Infinite.
Every single time I see the Master Chief, I like my eyes just like.
Yeah. Get a little teary?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that. What is this?
This is Sea of Thieves. They added like Pirates of the Caribbean to Sea of Thieves. Robert and I want to stream it so bad.
Dude, that'd be dope. That'd be fucking awesome.
I think it's cross-platform too. So if you want to do it with us, we should totally do it.
Yeah, dude, I would love that. That'd be cool.
It looks interesting. It looks fun. I'm sorry, I'm not excited for Far Cry, dude. I'm not. I kind of grew out of that game mode, dude. Like I played the first two. The first two were awesome. It even had a movie at one point too. But
Far Cry had a movie?
Yeah, it had a movie.
What?
I think Dolph Lundgren played the bad guy. I can't remember.
Get out of here! No way.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I'm looking forward to some gameplay from Starfield. That looks cool. I mean, Bethesda, when they make new worlds, they make new worlds, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's a great point. Yeah.
But Back 4 Blood, I mean, I don't know.
Back 4 Blood's gonna be fun, bro. It's gonna be one of those things where you're playing, you can drinking beer, you can between rounds see who's got the biggest kill count, and then whoever doesn't takes a shot. It's definitely gonna be a fun party game. It's not gonna be something where you have to like stress over, you know. I hope.
Yeah, I'm excited for Starfield. Starfield looks fucking awesome.
I don't even want to look at that.
Thanks for watching.
Nice. Yeah, that was cool, man.
Well done, Xbox. Well done. Got a lot of good things out there. Game Pass is amazing. Thank you, Twitch, for hosting us on this too. We'll get back to your scheduled program now with ReelChat.
To the mischievous one, right? So, have you watched? So we're talking episode 1, Loki, Disney Plus. It just came out this past Wednesday, so only about 4 days ago. I'm assuming you've seen it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude, I've watched it 4 times.
You watched it 4 times?
I did. I watched it twice back to back. Because we'll get into it. So you've seen it. What did you think about it? So basically,
every single time Disney Plus comes out with ever since the first show, I was like, I get excited. You know, we get our people back. You get our characters back and stuff like that too. Was not excited by WandaVision's pilot. Was not excited by Falcon and Winter Soldier pilot. They weren't that. Right. I mean, it was okay. I'm like, okay, it's cool, whatever. I know the show's coming. It's supposed to be like that, but it didn't hook me as most pilots should. It just went in with based off of like, oh, it's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's why you have to see it. You know, this one I was like. 5 minutes in, I'm like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. I can't wait to watch more. I can't binge watch it. Damn you, Disney Plus. But honestly, I will say this: I went in with my hat in my hand, kind of thing, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna go in with low expectations, but I should go in with high expectations because, for one, Tom Hiddleston is amazing at dialogue. He captures every scene he's in. And that's not just as Loki, because I love Loki, and I think I love what he's done with Loki, you know. But he's just a master with the dialogue, the inflection, his dictation, the way he speaks. You capture every word, he takes his time. He's in the present moment, you know. Like most people, one of the biggest things that he ever did, I mean, he slipped the word vagina into the dialogue in the first Avengers movie when he's talking to Black Widow. He's like, "This is my bargain, you mewling quim." It's a Shakespearean word for a woman's lady parts.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, he slipped it. He wanted to say it, so he was just like, you know what? I'll put it in there because he's a big Shakespeare fan, right? And he's done a lot of Shakespeare plays. Yeah, but he does it with Black Widow. I thought it was hilarious. You know, it was great. Great little piece. Great little piece of it. Oh,
like on paper, before we even talk about the episode and whatnot, I think that he's the best out of all the leads so far of all the Disney Plus series. And that's not a knock against, of course, I'm drawing blank right now. Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie, and what is Wanda's act? Who plays Wanda? Thank you, Elizabeth Olsen.
Paul Bettany.
It's not.
You're gonna leave Paul Bettany out of that list?
I know, right? It's not a knock against any of those guys, but I think that Tom Hiddleston has such a grasp of, first of all, his character, but also, like you mentioned, the way he presents himself, the way he carries, the way he just acts.
Right.
It's fantastic. So I was already excited about it. But I didn't know what to expect. I don't know anything about Thor's world, and not that it takes place in Thor's world, but it's got one of the main characters. I wasn't sure what to expect. I don't know a lot about that. You know more about that than I do. So I'm just here along for the ride. And I'm not a huge fan of is it Owen? It's Owen Wilson. I'm not a huge fan of Owen Wilson. I mean, I don't hate him, but at the same time, do I think he can carry a series? No, not particularly. So
Did you like him here?
I loved him here. I think he was perfect for what I think him and Hiddleston's chemistry in the first episode was awesome. I think there are so many little moments, especially when he's interviewing him. Yeah. I love the part. And again, a tribute to Tom Hiddleston's acting, right? Because like you mentioned, he is fantastic. When he's showing when Owen Wilson is showing Tom Hiddleston's character, obviously Loki, what like his future was, what was supposed to happen, how he was supposed to make people better, that was what your plight in life was supposed to be. To see Hiddleston's reaction to that was awesome. I thought it was so good. I thought it was so good.
I took down notes. I took down notes from that, and I couldn't agree more. I think the chemistry was great. I love it. I love when we have these discussions and you and I are on the same page. Sometimes we're not, which is why we have these. But I think that it worked because, one, you have Tom Hiddleston, which, in my opinion, Loki is very much an anti-hero. Not just from the comics or not just from Norse mythology and stuff like that too, but also what Tom Hiddleston has done. Originally, he was applying, he was auditioning for Thor, and he got like the makeup, the hammer, and stuff like that too. But then,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
really?
Dude, you can look up on YouTube like a clip of him auditioning as he got the hammer. It's like he's like ripped. He worked out in preparation for the role as well too. Yeah. But then they're like, we'd like to see, and he's really sad because he's like, you want Thor? He's like, well, I want you to audition for Loki, and he went in there and just blew him out of the way. It was amazing. He was great, one of the best auditions, and they didn't audition anybody else for Loki. Loki was cast before Thor.
Shut up! Yep. That's so cool. I did not know that.
Yep. I think when you pair somebody with the comedy talent of Wilson with Tom Hiddleston's, I think he's presence comedy, which is very difficult to do. You don't think when you think of Loki, you don't really think of comedy, right? Recently, since Taika Waititi, you did, but if you look at the first two Thor, you don't really think of comedy. You think of of a dark, misunderstood character, which he does have a little comedy. Like when Hulk smashes Loki in Avengers, I lost my mind. I was laughing so hard in theaters. So funny. I'm a god. I'm a god, Ukraine. So funny. And so when you pair somebody that's serious funny with somebody that is like Owen Wilson's character who's, dialogue funny and stuff like that too, I think you get a great perfect storm, right? And I think that's what we got out of this. And especially with the whole, the understanding that the bad guy actually in the show is Loki was interesting.
Right.
Right. And I kind of tried with Rachel, I was trying to figure out exactly how that could be, The only thing I came up with was the fact that, it sounds weird, the only thing I came up with was when spoiler alerts if you haven't seen Endgame, which you should probably freaking do it, I don't know how many years it's been since.
Right.
But when Thanos kills Loki in the very first 5 minutes of that movie, in Infinity War, my only understanding is Loki is a survivor. He's a chameleon, and he's like a cockroach. He's hard to kill, right?
Right.
Maybe he didn't die. Maybe his soul or his essence or something like that is trying to go back, and now this guy's, the Loki evil character that we see under the hood is taking those little time charges, right, and trying to reverse engineer some way of going back to the past so that he doesn't end up being killed by Thanos.
Right.
That's the only idea.
Yeah.
That's the only idea that I have.
And it feels like that when we get through the part when he's actually, fast forwarding to the life that he should have completed, which I think is a wonderful concept. I think that's it's so interesting, right? You're talking about predestination and free will and all these things, and you're mixing very big philosophical arguments into this TV show. And when he sees that Thanos kills him, he gets upset. Then he says, I have my purpose again. So
Yeah.
so no, that makes sense. And I'm wondering if it's the same Loki. I'm wondering if it's the Loki that we see now, but he's just progressed throughout this time, because obviously time moves different in the space that he's in right now. So it could just be a future version of the Loki that we're seeing, that's managed to time hop and kind of see these experiences. And I agree. I think you're right. I think he's trying to capture these time reset. What do they call it? The reset of the cleans. I forget the term they use.
I don't know. They said charges, so I have no idea.
Charges,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're gonna reset that. They're gonna wipe the fact away that and they were ever there. And yeah, I think that's true. I think it's such an interesting concept too. It's much more interesting on face value right now, because episode 1 we saw WandaVision, then we watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, and after episode 1 I wasn't like, I have to watch this series all the way through on Wednesday, the day it comes out. But for Loki, I feel that way. I feel like, Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Let's watch this thing. So,
and it's interesting. Exciting. He's not like the other shows. They had a partner, right? It was this person and this person. And it was like two people shouldering the responsibility of the show. And now it's like we have Loki.
Yeah, it'll be Loki.
Okay, cool. I'm down. I'd rather watch more Loki than I'd rather watch the Captain America Winter Soldier thing.
Right, and we're probably going to get a fair amount of Owen Wilson too, but like in the title card, see, to reference what you're saying about Captain America not Captain America, Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm sorry. The problem is they set an expectation with that title, right? And we talked about this on previous podcasts, where if you have in the title a duo, you need to make sure that duo is equally likable and have good storylines and flesh out. And I feel like they kind of missed some stuff. And it wasn't just us that thought that. I think that the fallout from Falcon and Winter Soldier was that if you're going to have a tandem in the title, it needs to be more tandem and it needs to be a little bit better. Yeah. Where here, if we see Owen Wilson with Loki, that's fine. If we just get Loki, that's better. There's no expectation set in the title. So I think, and even in WandaVision, right? So you have that expectation in the title that they're going to be, it's almost a duo. But man, I loved it. I love you're so right about Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston, his humor comes from being just deadpan. Like, do many people don't know that they're humans? Or not, or God,
I love that part.
They're robots. Dude, I lost it. I was watching it and I heard it. I laughed so hard. Like, this is hilarious. And then, just the concept. Please sign here. This is everything you've ever said.
This is ridiculous.
And then an old school dot matrix printer, print out another page, sign this now. It was awesome. It was so cool to be back and play in that character, because I'm sure that Loki was the only returning bad guy outside of Thanos to ever make it across multiple Marvel films. Because as that anti-hero that you're talking about, there's a lot to play with in that. There's, you're never going to see a good guy go bad. Exactly. You can see a bad guy go good.
It's one of the, I'm glad you just said that too. It's one of my qualms with Marvel is that they're like, okay, let's end the movie, right? Who wins? The hero. What happens to the villain? He's dead. He doesn't come back for another one? No. It's like they never continue the story with them. But coincidentally enough, you said that the next villain, Kang the Conqueror, who is supposed to be in the comics, was not a time thief, but like a time criminal, which is what I think the TVA is setting up to be about this villain, Kang the Conqueror, for the next phase of the Marvel movies. Like Thanos, Kang the Conqueror is supposed to come in like Thanos and be messing up with the new Avengers and stuff. And I think that's why they're doing the Loki series like that, because they might be setting him up just like the shows, just like the movie set up Thanos at the end credit scenes all the time. I think they're setting up Kang the Conqueror from Loki, or hopefully they do, because that would be a missed opportunity in my opinion. But
so tell me about King the Conqueror, because that's and of course we know that we have and I always defer to you to the title, the Doctor Strange sequel, in the Multiverse of Madness, right? That's what is it? So I think that's what it's called, but I'm sure you. Okay, so this kind of would lead right into that, and if there is some type of time thievery or timeline play, that would be great. Right? So who is Kang? Do tell me, because I don't know anything about that. Do you know who Kang is?
I know very little about him, and the reason why I have not looked up him at all, really, is because if rumors are true, I'd rather the MCU introduce him to me so that I'm not like sitting there in the theater going, "Oh, this is stupid. He would never have done that," you know. So
Yeah.
because I do that all the time, and I always shoot myself in the foot about it. People say the book is better than the movie, and they're completely right. That's why I take that process out of my mindset, where it's like, okay, I know that's going to be better. I'll read that next. You know,
Yeah.
it's like reading Lord of the Rings and then seeing the movies, but which is fine because the books of Lord of the Rings are still, in my opinion, the best artistically, culture. They're the best books from that genre. Anyway, they set the stage.
Right.
Let's talk about Kang. So Kang is not a time variant or anything like that, but he's a time criminal. Like he jumps across timelines to make himself stronger, from what I understand. And because remember in the vault, there were like 50 freaking Infinity Stones that they just had sitting
all the
there,
Infinity
right?
Stones. Yeah,
So he's not like a thief or anything like that, but he slowly but surely gains power by going back and forth across timelines and stuff like that, and just messing with them, and also getting himself more power from them. So instead of just finding the most powerful things, the Infinity Stones, in one timeline, he's going back and forth and creating allies, power, creating armies and stuff like that too, and taking out oppressors across multiple ones.
Oh, interesting.
So he might be the villain in the series of Madness, right? That would be cool, but I hope that it's good. For number one, there's two reasons. One is that Tobey Maguire is supposed to be showing up as Spider-Man in that movie, which is awesome because it's like.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm. Andrew Garfield's coming back as Spider-Man in that movie as well too. So it's like multiple timelines of Spider-Man and stuff like that too as well. But I hope that Elizabeth Olsen and Doctor Strange finally get some screen time together because they're like the most powerful magic users in the entire MCU. So that would be cool to see. Mephisto, who I thought was going to be the villain this year in this show with Loki, because the devil face just looks like the Mephisto. Mephisto is the MCU version of the devil, pretty much.
Oh, really? Maybe it is him though. Could it still be him?
No, because Owen Wilson literally said, "Oh, it's you. Remember, we're trying to stop you."
Yeah.
And when you see the guy in the field, when the time TVA guys go through that golden door out into the field, and they smell gasoline, and you see the guy drop the lantern, I'm like, when you watch an actor portray a role for so many years and stuff like that, you pick up his mannerisms and his movements really well. It's hard to hide who he is, really. So when the guy lifts the lantern and drops it, I'm like, that's Tom Hiddleston in a cloak. That's how he is, you know. That's just like the way I could tell that was Loki, you know.
But why didn't they show him if it was Loki? That's my argument.
Because there's kids in the audience and they want to surprise them.
I bet you it's not Loki.
You
or
don't
if
think
it is Loki, it's a future. No, I don't think. Or if it is, again, it might be, right? It might be the future version of the current Loki that we're seeing. You know what I mean? Like, because the time paradoxes to me can get a little confusing, right? Like for me, the Endgame one, when if they remove something, it doesn't affect your future, it only affects your past. Like, to me, it's all the way you see it, and to me that didn't resonate with me on how it confused me. So,
you want to take that again? Wait.
Well, because
we'll cut that one.
Because it worked for some people. Like, I know a lot of people that totally think, yeah, of course, that makes sense. And that's why when Paul reads out, so Back to the Future is all bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? To me, I'm like, well, on a philosophical basis, that's not true. That's, I don't know. But again, it's fucking time warping, so who really knows? But anyway, I don't think it's Hiddleston. In fact, I don't think it's Hiddleston to the point where it might be unless it's a bad one.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of that devil because it sets the premise. And, Loki has the horns, and in, the right light or lack of light, it could be considered that on face value to a child, sure. But isn't it great to be excited about a weekly television show? Like,
again,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
isn't
like you're
that
a kid.
exciting?
Yeah.
Like that's cool.
We've missed a lot of that, and I like that. I liked that. Like we were talking about in one of our longest ReelChat videos. When was the last time we had something like that? It was probably Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We were waiting for the episode to come out. Now, will Loki be as big as Game of Thrones or as controversial? Probably not.
No.
But it's definitely got that vibe, of
Yeah.
we're looking forward to the next one. I wasn't looking forward to the next WandaVision. I wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch it because I like Paul Bettany and I like Elizabeth Olsen in that role. I think they're great.
Yeah.
I like Bucky. I thought I wanted to see what he was going to do next. Right. I was hoping we weren't going to get anything else. And the first episode, we get Stan's just amazing portrayal with Bucky being in a world without Captain America. To guide him and stuff. And I was okay. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to watch the next one. I kind of want to see what's going to happen. This one, I'm like, okay, cool. Get me the next one, I want to see what happens next because I love Norse mythology. I love Tom Hiddleston. I think his Loki is freaking amazing. I think that he's made villains and anti-heroes a certain way in the MCU. They're like, okay, we got that one right. We need to do more like that, which I think was what they copied in Falcon and Winter Soldier with Baron Zemo. They made the villain.
Right.
They made the villain funny.
Yeah.
They made the villain funny. Did it work? Kind of, but I saw a lot more Loki in that than I did see Zemo and his portrayal. Just a little bit.
Right.
And I think Marvel's like, oh, that works. Let's just copy that. That's what the people want. No. Let Loki be Loki. Make your other villains, and just give me more Tom Hiddleston, and I'll be happy.
And I think maybe that was what they had in mind because it's so funny to watch Tom Hiddleston work and he does it without trying.
Yep.
It's like when they're in line getting the ticket, right?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's like he's not trying to be funny. It's just the natural reaction, and I think that people see it and like, oh yeah, that's how I would act, and that I loved that part. That was and they did such a cool job explaining the world, right? Because we always worry about when you do science fiction or you kind of do some world creation, you have to let the audience know how we got there. What are the rules? What are we doing here? And then we have that very atomic shelter kind of video playing in the background about how yeah, I thought that was great. Like once you see that, you're in. I buy it. It makes sense. Let's so
fans of the comics will notice that was a nice little allusion to the Secret Wars, one of the biggest Marvel comic events that happened where many, many different timelines were starting to fight each other. There was the Infinity Gauntlet, there was Namor working alongside Black Panther for the first time, Doctor Doom becoming God Doom, killing Thanos with just one punch, and fighting Mr. Fantastic and stuff like that too. It was one of the biggest Marvel comic series events ever. And that was a nice little nod to that. So I don't know if we'll ever get that in TV, but I think that they putting that into the MCU, that it happened already, was pretty cool. I think that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. I know that we got the...
You'll have to ask Eric about it, man. It's I think Eric and I talked about it like when we were talking about MCU and DC.
Yeah.
When we had Geeksplained on the podcast with us.
Yeah.
But it was one of the biggest things that happened. It was this alien race that created everything in the MCU universe, and they are wanting to do a reset. And Captain America knows nothing about it because the Illuminati wipe his brain and just make him fight these aliens. He doesn't really know what their end goal is, pretty much. While Tony Stark, the Illuminati, and the rest of the smartest people in the MCU are trying to find ways to stop the worlds and the universes colliding. It's this huge thing. It's like a continuation of Civil War 2.0, pretty much. Because
no way.
Yeah, you have Captain America coming back. He's like 50. He looks like 95 because he took the serum out and gave it to Falcon. And he's like fighting Tony Stark, and Tony Stark's got like this liquid armor and stuff like that too. Literally, those two characters die fighting each other as the world's exploding around. Oh my God. Yeah. And then you have Mr. Fantastic trying to figure out why he's not with his family. You realize that Doctor Doom stole his family, erased him forever, took Sue Storm as his wife, and he's raising Mr. Fantastic's kids as his own. Creates this whole world of like these different areas where it's like the world, but then like each section of the world, like Africa, let's say Africa is Wakanda, and then you have Brazil, and that's like the X-Men area and stuff like that too, and he's just like compile them all together. And he's holding them all together and stuff, and it's probably one of the coolest comic series from MCU. But the
No
fact,
shit.
then at the end when they fight and stuff like that too, but Mr. Fantastic's son and his wife and stuff like that start creating the universes again with the help of another character and stuff. So that's what Miss Minutes was referring to when she said this whole thing exploded and there were so many timelines. It's cool that they made a reference to it finally.
That's cool.
It
That's
would have
an
been
awesome
it
Easter
would have
egg.
been
Yeah.
it would have been difficult for them to put it into live action, to be honest, because you have to have Tony Stark, you have to have Captain America, you have to have everybody, you have to have the X-Men and stuff like that too, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. And the fact that they made a little nod to it, I appreciate that. That's probably one of the coolest things from the episode, in my opinion.
That's cool. I didn't know that. And we are getting that Marvel What If, which is an animated series later this year too. So maybe we'll see some of those in that.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would, you know, and to me it's always it's a one-off. Like, I mean, it's, to me, one-offs are like, you know, it's, what are the stakes here? But yeah, dude, going back to Loki, his Tom Hiddleston is so dialed in with that character. It's awesome. And so, you know, we're watching it, and when I see it, I think, oh, it's such great timing. The part when he fast forwards and he sees his mom, how his mom dies, and he was the cause of that. Right? That was so good. Yeah, and his reaction to that, like, all he's doing as the actor is reacting to what his character seen, and he just does such a great job. It was just, you feel for the dude, you know, in this version of Loki's kind of a piece of shit, but as he grows throughout the MCU, when he dies in Infinity War, you feel real bad for him. So, yeah. This Loki's character of growth.
This is pre-Thor too, so we're still getting the Loki from Avengers.
Yeah.
You know, we're still getting the asshole
exactly.
that kept fighting his brother and stuff like that too, as opposed to being the asshole that kind of worked with his brother. You know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the fact, let's think about this from our standpoint as an actor-director process, right?
Sure.
You're not seeing anything on the screen. This is Tom Hiddleston reacting to past work that he's worked with and then being emotional about it.
Right.
You're not Loki looking at a screen seeing that. You're having to revisualize it in your head and to react to that from past work that happened 5-6 years ago. That right there is huge. Let's take a moment and give like a round of applause to Tom Hiddleston's performance for that. The range exactly. And being able to remember, like, okay, I'm the reason my mom died, even though I don't remember doing it. You know, I never got there. Oh my God, I developed a relationship and actual love for my brother that I never liked. You know.
That's so cool. I love that.
They put those little Loki. I thought the world of you. That line, then the way that Chris Hemsworth says it, kills me. You know.
And then Anthony Hopkins, my sons. I've always loved, you know, my sons, and you know.
And him seeing and remembering, okay, I am accepted. I am Odin's son. And even in Infinity War, Loki literally says it right before he dies to Thanos. Loki of Asgard, Odin's son. He actually acknowledges it, and I love that. I love that depth. I literally turned to Rachel. I'm like, I'm surprised by the depth of this show. I cannot wait to watch more.
Yeah, me too. Like, and that's the game, right? Like when we want to be entertained, because you know, it's not like my mom watches it and she'll watch it for face value, and I love her, and of course, you know, she can't wait to go see the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, which I love Ryan Reynolds and Salma Hayek and Samuel Jackson, but you know, we're watching Loki with a different mindset, different vision, different set of optics. And so when we're watching them, I'm like, damn, this is on point good. And so I am so excited about following this journey, you know, because it's been a while since we felt that way. And we talked about it before with GOT. And it's just good. And I'm not going to linger on the pandemic and whatnot, but with 2020, just nothing really creative good happening. To see this as we're coming out of it is it's fun, it's inspiring, and I'm glad we get to talk about it too. I think we should make this one of our, you know, weekly follow-ups. We at least talk about this every single Real Chat on where we're at during the series. At least touch in, you know, hey, well, you know, because my money, I'm willing to wager a shot on this that the bad guy is not Loki.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And if it is, I will take whatever shot that you will.
Besides the fact that Owen Wilson said that it is Loki, which, you know, that they're fighting, I don't know of any other Marvel character that could be a significant threat to the TVA at that point. But also the fact that in the opening title sequence, the words Loki are changing.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I think that it might be a weird variant of Loki. And that would be cool to see a different side of Loki that we haven't seen yet. We've seen the bad guy, we've seen the bad boy, we've seen the anti-hero version and stuff like that too. We haven't really seen an soulless, evil Loki, right? And I'm kind of interested to see if we actually see that, you know, and if we get that. I don't know if we will, because he literally gave the girl bubblegum in the church, right, when he killed the other time variant TVA people. So, I don't know. I'm excited. That's what I'm excited about. I am excited to see more. I really am. So,
Yeah.
my opinion, I rated IMDb 9 out of 10 for that first pilot film, honestly, because we got an understanding. They created the world. They set up the scope for me, and they left a little bit open for more, for intrigue.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And we go off the chemistry and the actors, and I don't have anything against Owen Wilson, but seeing Owen Wilson work within what his character and the structure of the story with Tom Hiddleston and Loki.
You like to talk.
Yeah, it's so great. And what's great is that he pushes them. He says, "You like to hurt people, right?" "No, I don't." But he proves it. He proves it like in a court setting, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you bait him and then you hit him with facts, and you show him and you show him, and then Loki eventually breaks. And I love the scene, you alluded to it earlier, when he goes into the drawer, he pulls out the Tesseract, and there's a bunch of Infinity Stones on there, and the look on his face was like, if the Tesseract, which I consider one of the most powerful things of all time, if they're just used as paperweights here, what is power?
Yeah.
Where am I? You know what I mean? And just the realization of, as he stands up and walks away, slinks away almost, he's like, I'm so fucked. And so it's going to be great to see that character recapture his confidence and recapture his drive, because we do see it at the end when we see, you know, he sees Thanos kill him. We do see his drive come back, and so yeah, I'm all in. I'm 9 out of 10 for Loki, and the only reason it wasn't 10 out of 10 was because, I mean, maybe I do give it 10. It was as good as an opening series 1, episode 1, or series opener that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, it's just right. We're coming back as soon as we can come back on Wednesday. So, you know.
Did you notice the Tesseract when she picked it up and went through the door, the golden thing? The Tesseract was glowing. It has that natural glowing blue. When they go through the door, the light diminishes, and it's like a little speck. I thought that was really cool. I noticed that. I saw them do that. I was like, okay, does it not have power? Is it not connected? And then all of a sudden he tries using it. I'm like, oh, it's turned off. It's not the power. There's some. I'm learning the aspects just by visually that stone has no power there. You know, the light's gone. So obviously there's got to be something that's going to hold back Loki, and he's trying to. What is he doing? He's trying to use magic, man.
Damn it! Why isn't this working?
Yeah.
And it's true, and they say it's like, you know, magic doesn't work here, you know, and so man, it's just they do such a good job, and I'm so excited. And yeah, I would love to talk about this as it goes, because
let's do it.
As far as we've been along for WandaVision, we've been along for Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're gonna be along for Hawkeye when it comes out, but I'm excited for this one, man. Like, yeah, for me, it's right up. It's great storytelling. It's great acting. It's such a cool premise. It's 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
100%.
Go see it if anybody hasn't seen it.
Oh, and by the way, I pulled up a little something for you. You're still on the stream, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Let's take a look at this, shall we?
A new day is upon us. A new generation built to
Oh.
Is this it? No.
Yeah, this is it.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Oh gosh, the shotgun looks so sick.
Yeah, this is the co-op or this is the VR?
This is the multiplayer. Yeah. Look at the customizations, man. Look at this grapple right here.
Yeah. A little sniper rifle. Yeah, I missed it one. Yeah, the club in the back.
Look at that new gun.
Yeah, look at this.
I want to know. I want to know what power he just did. He reversed that gun on him. Man. Oh, the stick in the air.
Hello, let's do some damage.
Jump pads. This looks great. This is so cool.
I can't wait to use that grapple.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, was a ghost? Yeah. Or is this the Banshee? Oh, this is the ghost. Where's the Banshee? I don't know. Level 1 too, the home planet.
Uh-huh. Oh man, I miss Blood Gulch.
Ordnance drop inbound.
There's your Banshee.
That's so cool. This looks great.
The Carbine's back.
Dude, the people that are going to be streaming this when it comes out, it's going to just light up Twitch. That's awesome.
Capture the flag, baby. Oh, that was the best. Get in the Warhog and go! Yeah!
It's a good old Warthog, man.
Yep.
That looks great. This looks awesome.
Got a little energy shield right there.
Rocket launch.
Look at, watch this.
You can do.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, this grapple. I see they're gonna use this a lot. They're gonna change that game. Fucking energy sword. So what? So it's a free to play? What? That's cool. So it's free to play. So anybody could play it. Well, as long as you have the Xbox.
If you have
That's
an
cool.
Xbox, it says play it day one with Xbox Game Pass.
That's fucking cool.
Celebrating 20 years, man. Xbox came out with Halo CE. 20 years of Halo, 20 years of the Xbox.
That's wild. That's great though. That's so cool. And it'll be nice to watch people play other FPS other than fucking Call of Duty. Like I like Call of Duty, but dude, I was coming off of Loki for a bit. I think it might have been Thursday night where I just wanted to play a cool game, and I kept thinking I don't really want to play Call of Duty because Call of Duty can be frustrating, right? Call of Duty's like, if you just want to chill out, Call of Duty's not the game for you, right? Because your success rate is far lower than your failure rate.
Hey,
And
we
so-
had a good success rate on Thursday and Friday night. What are you talking about? We
did.
got 3
I mean,
wins.
we had 3 wins. That's true. You're right. We actually had a pretty good Friday. But dude, we've had Fridays when we didn't win in one game, or we'll finish second or third like 4 times in a row, and then it's like I'm ready to kick my dog and kick my TV. I'm not gonna kick my dog. I'm kidding.
Wow!
But no, I'm
Wow!
kidding. Everybody knows that guy.
Yeah,
but,
tell
like,
me this game that chilled you out from that mentality. Let's hear it.
No. But I didn't. I ended up. That's when you hopped on. I ended up trying to play Friday. Friday didn't work. I was gonna play the Avengers. The Avengers didn't work. I was gonna play God of War. God of War didn't work. But yeah, man. So it'll be cool to see somebody actually get into some Halo because it's just I'm kind of burned out of Call of Duty. No lie, like watching people play Call of Duty and shit. So
I'm
Halo
over
would
it.
be awesome.
I'm tired of how lazy Activision is. I'm tired.
Totally
I'm
agree.
tired. I'm tired of the fact that it's been about 1.5 years since their BR came out, and they're like, you know what? We're just in it for the money.
Right.
We just want
We're
to
not
keep.
gonna change
We're
anything.
just gonna keep throwing stuff on the battle pass and stuff like that too.
Right.
I mean, the last money they got from me was John McClane because I mean, okay, it's John McClane, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, I'm over it. I want give me a game because literally, me and Rachel have been playing Halo Combat Evolved and stuff, and we're going our way through the campaign because she jumped in on Halo 4, and
Oh,
she'll
nice.
play the multiplayer and stuff like that too. So when she went and played the other one, she's killing Marines left and right. She's like, I gotta get them. I'm like, they're not the aliens. She's like, I don't care. They're in my way, and so it's funny. So
That's co-op too, isn't it? Right? Like that's couch
Yeah.
co-op. See, that's fun to play, right? That's awesome.
Not only that, if you had it on PC or Xbox in California, and you and I jumped in, we could play co-op on the campaign. You don't actually have to
I
have.
love that.
You don't actually have to play it on the same console. The Master Chief Edition allows you to play with anybody co-op on campaign across Xbox
Yeah.
Live or something like that too. So yeah,
I love that.
I'm
That's so
excited,
cool.
man. I think this Halo. Let me put it this way. PlayStation has a lot of good games, right? It's got some great games that are exclusive to PlayStation. God of War, for example, or Last of Us, and stuff like that. I told the story I told you. Halo was like the first Xbox game I played, and it's the reason why I stuck with Xbox because of how awesome that game is and was. It's groundbreaking. Halo made more money than most movies did on their release.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
was a movie. Let's be honest. That storyline was one of the best storylines. In the 3 of them kind of wrapped together. Halo 1, 2, and 3. And that
It
was
had
one
space
of the-
zombies that shot guns. You know?
It had alien civilizations. It was, and Destiny wanted to copy it, and for some part of it they got right. Maybe not their multiplayer, because Halo's multiplayer was incredible. Destiny's multiplayer, not so much for me at least.
Yeah, Bungie made it, so I mean, they tried pretty much.
Right.
They sold it at 343, and they're like, you know what? Let's do something similar. But
right. We can't be sued, but similar. You know what I mean?
yeah.
No, man. I can't wait. I would love to watch you kind of get down on that, because that's one of those things that it's super entertaining, and Call of Duty can be so goddamn toxic, and it's just I don't know. But anyway, that's awesome about Halo. I'm glad we got to watch some of E3 together. I think living in two different states, that's the great thing about having the show on and being part of it. So, that was great, and we get to share experience about Loki too, man. Like it's exciting, and I hope it sounds like you're as excited about it as I am, and I hope other people are excited about it too. And
for sure.
And yeah,
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited for the next Loki on Wednesdays. I have to wait for Fridays and stuff like that too, so it's gonna be great. Got a next episode coming up here pretty soon, and I am excited to see what else we have to go look forward to, man. What are we gonna be talking about next? Let's talk about Quiet Place next week, dude. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah. No, I'm actually going to go see, because I had to do some interviews this week for some BTS stuff. I'm actually going to go see it Tuesday. I'm going to go see it. I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow. I'm going to the House of the Mouse tomorrow. So I get to see the Avengers campus.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
You might run into Avenger, bro. Tom Holland was there opening day.
I saw it. That was awesome. So we're excited about that, and then
Cool.
Tuesday we're gonna go see A Quiet Place. So yeah, let's definitely talk about that. I'm hearing great things about it. It's already passed 100 million globally, domestically, and which is already the biggest opening since pandemic happened, which understandable.
Right.
It stomped In the Heights, which also came out this week.
I'm watching that today.
Are you?
Yeah.
We're gonna try it. I'm not a huge musical fan. I didn't even see Hamilton.
I watched half of Hamilton. I didn't get through it. I couldn't. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, it just wasn't holding my interest. I'm like, okay, cool. The music's interesting. I like how the lyrics and stuff like that. It's like not really. It's not a lot of time that you hear of a new musical doing well.
Yeah. So I don't know. And In the Heights, obviously, I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, it's free. We're gonna watch it eventually, but you'll have to let me know how In the Heights is. It hasn't done great in the box office. I think it cleared 10 million this weekend, which is way under what they had thought it would. But again, we're getting a West Side Story this year from Spielberg, which is not it's kind of it is the direct competition to In the Heights and whatnot. And there's a lot of In the Heights is taken from West Side Story, so we'll have to see. A Spielberg directed musical, who knows? But I mean, it is 2021, so we'll see. But yeah, man. Cool.
Sure.
So A Quiet Place 2 next week, and also our Loki follow-up. We'll call it the Loki follow-up.
That's awesome. I love it. I'm gonna put that in the freaking description, I swear.
I love it. Good, man. Good. All right. That's awesome. That's
cool, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's gonna be great. I hope everybody else was excited by E3 and is looking forward to our next episode. Subscribe, share. ReelChat is on YouTube. Please send this information out to your friends and stuff like that too, and tell us what you guys want to see us next. You guys know of a show and stuff like that too, or maybe you watch the shows that we talk to about, and maybe you don't watch them until we review them. I can understand that. Everybody wants our review. Sorry, I couldn't even get that out with a straight face.
We have an email, so if people have
put that in the chat.
Type
in the chat.
I'm gonna plug our email in right now, and so that way people can also send it to us. Why can't I access your chat? I'm on the web. I'm on your site. What the heck?
Am I not live?
All right.
Am I not live?
No, I'm watching you live, my friend. I'm watching both of us live, but for whatever reason, it's not letting me put this in the chat here.
Refresh your page.
Okay.
Yeah, and then put the email in there.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, so we got our own YouTube channel and stuff like that too, and Chris at some point is going to make an Instagram channel as well and put that up there too.
Yeah.
Little screen grabs and stuff like that. And maybe we'll get some shirts made, dude.
I would love that. That'd be cool.
Or maybe a little headband.
that's so
Since
cool.
nobody can really see us wearing shirts, maybe little headbands.
All right.
Yeah. All right, bro. This has been fun. I can't wait to do more as well too. Everybody, please send us an email if you guys want to send your support or talk to us about what we're doing wrong or even what we're doing right. I don't care. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching ReelChat today on Sundays with myself, NAT3MILL, and
Chris Carter, thank you guys so much.
yeah, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Respect yourselves. Respect each other. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and check us out next Sunday. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
Yeah.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.